All right. What's up? It's your boy Dwell, a.k.a. Mr. J. Aquí en la casa, coming at you sideways with another episode of Las Different Voices. Hopefully everybody's having a good one, a blessed one. Es viernes y el cuerpo lo sabe. Today, I got one of Santana's own aquí en la casa. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro.
DoughBoy Tony.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Hey, thank you for coming, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
It made me happy, bro, that you came,
Hell yeah.
A little intimidated because, I seen you around,
Nah, bro. Hell yeah.
And I'm thankful once again that you're here. I appreciate it.
Yes, how are you?
And I hope you have a good time.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah, I've been seeing you, bro. I've been seeing you out there. I've been seeing you out there. And on top of that, I know I do want to thank you porque we've been, I know I've hit you up a couple times and you respond. And to me, that's cool, bro. To me, I'm just a normal guy. And
me too, bro.
but yeah, you kind of, how do you say it? I mean, I guess you could say, famous wise, you're kind of famous, you know what I mean? You're known. I mean, so to me, it's like, you know what, when you respond, it's, I could say like a fan, you know what I mean? Obviously, if Canelo responds to me, I'm going to be like, oh, shoot.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you, bro. Thank you.
No,
I appreciate
course,
it,
bro.
for coming by in the podcast and showing some love, I've gotten a lot of word, not just from what I seen, but a lot of people throw your name out there with respect, So
hell yeah.
So that's dope to me, and I know your lyrical skills that man have earned you that respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. Try to, bro,
So thank you, bro. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. And let's get to it, bro.
No doubt.
I know a lot of you guys, I probably know who he is. He's one of Santana's own, Orange County's own, California's own. I know him as a rapper. Some of you guys might know him as a rapper, as a friend, or as a family member. But he's here today, and we're going to get to it. I do have a couple questions, so let's just get to it, bro.
Let's get it.
How's your day?
My day's been good, bro. It was a pretty chill day. Nothing too crazy today going on. I knew I was coming here, so it was pretty exciting, when it comes to things like this. I look forward to conversations because, especially since we haven't met, it's cool to meet new people, especially like you're in a creative space, you do podcasting, so and we're from the same area, so meeting somebody like that is always cool to connect with them. So but other than that, my day was cool, bro.
That's good, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, it's right. It's the same to me, bro. To me, it's like I'm meeting people from Santana that are doing their thing,
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say his raza doing their thing.
Hell yeah.
So that's why I do this, with the intent and the hope that I get to also meet, people like you doing their thing, positive, good things también, because the music thing is real cool to me, And you're up there, bro. I know you've been in a couple podcasts. I know I seen you in American Cholo. I've seen you I didn't even know. I mean, I was going through your Instagram a couple of days ago just so I could get questions también to ask,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were at Hood Stocks, I've seen you at I don't know about that one, but I've seen you on también on ¿cómo se llama ese? Radio.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I've seen you at, that I saw you. I'm like, oh, he's on there. But I try to follow two people that are from the city, especially Orange County. If I know they're from Orange County, then I'm like, oh, shoot, let me check them out. I'm always like that. I've always been like that, whether it's
sports,
West Side
anything.
Cartel. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's them or whether it's hardcore hip hop and sports, obviously sports and stuff like that. So I've seen you for a couple of years, bro. And even homies have told me like, oh, have you heard of DoughBoy Tony? I'm like, yeah, I've heard of him. And it's like, oh, I know him. I met him. Or stuff like that. So it's like, it's the city, Obviously, we're going to run into people eventually and stuff like that.
Of course. Mutual friends and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I'm going to try not to ask the same questions they've asked you. Pero I did want to ask this. Like, I noticed you're doing también podcasting, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
You're doing podcasting with American Cholo.
Yeah.
How did that come? Because I know you've been in American Cholo, I think, besides before starting, how many times?
I've been on there 3 times.
3 times, okay. I seen 2, I think.
Yeah.
I seen 2.
Before I started like officially like doing the own segment with the other homie, I went one time with the homie Louis, who runs the Sin Manchas. I don't know if you've heard of Sin Manchas. They're like a cleaning product. They do for shoes, a bunch of different, like the cleaning product works for different stuff. Well, anyways, he owns that company, and he has a hell of a story too. You know, from like where he came from to what he was doing at the moment with his own business. Well, he went up there for an interview, and he took me with him. That's the first time I met Gil. We just chopped it up a bit. I was on the live for a little bit, not too long, and then the second time I was up there was when Immortal Technique went. Immortal Technique went for the interview, and then I just commented on the post that they put about him, and then he commented on, he replied to me. He said, "Why don't you pull up and do a freestyle?" So I was like, "Shit, I'm down." And American Cholo was down with it, so I went up there. You know, I was just there for the podcast for a bit.
Who told you, dude, let's do a freestyle?
Immortal Technique.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because I commented under the post when I found out he was going to be there. I was like, hell yeah, that's dope, you know?
So you know him? Okay, not just because you commented. He said, come by. You actually know him.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I met him. I can't even remember if I met him at his show first or at the podcast. No, I met him at the podcast first.
Yeah.
So, but the first time I ever talked to him was on the phone.
All right.
Yeah, and then I met him at that podcast day, and then he invited me over to his show.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but that was the second time I went up there, and then the third time I went up was for my own interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was my own interview, and then after that interview, that's when we talked about doing like a sports segment or something on a different day that he's not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
And that's how that came about, and literally within 2 weeks.
Who offered that? Him or
him?
Because the other guy is his son, no? Or who is he?
No, that's just a joke that they make on the thing.
Okay,
they call him. They say that he looks like him or whatever.
Okay.
No, so the other homie, he goes by Notorious One. He's a photographer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they connected, and then I guess it was kind of more Notorious's idea. He had brought it up to him already, and then so American Cholo kind of liked it, and they were like, fuck it, we should get it going. And then that day of my interview, I talked about liking sports a lot. So after the interview, we just had a short conversation. He's like, "Hey, you really into sports?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Why don't you and Notorious do something?" So we just kind of put it together, and within 2-3 weeks, bro, we was already our first episode.
That's dope. Because I did see it. I mean, I didn't know you were doing a podcast, but I think a week ago, I started paying attention because he posts up things, right?
Yeah.
And then the other day I saw a live, maybe for half an hour. I saw it and I was like, oh shoot, they're doing their podcasting, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna try to check it out whenever I can. But when is it? Every because I didn't pay attention to the day. I was just looking at it.
It's every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at 6:30.
And it's just about sports.
Recently it hasn't been. The past, the first 3 episodes, I want to say, they were just sports, strictly sports.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a few things in there where we would discuss other things. But 2 weeks ago, we added a new co-host. She goes by Coach Lo.
I think that's the one I saw 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
That was a good episode. That was
because you guys started going about, I think, the gay stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To talk about that,
Yeah, because it kind of related to sports with the whole Dodgers thing.
Yeah,
Dodgers inviting that group or whatever. But that episode we kind of steered off from. We started with sports, kind of steered away to different topics. We talked about hip hop as well, with CNG, and then this last episode we started with sports, and then we had American Cholo as our special guest, and he was talking about the whole WAC 100 beef and shit like that.
I mean, I don't want to go into all that, but I do want to ask you this, porque obviously, I follow him on Instagram and he posts his stuff up.
Yeah.
And I saw you there, so I was like, oh shoot, when that guy called.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel, bro? Because even me watching it, I was just like, that's a pretty hard conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You being there, how was that?
It was a little rough to hear. Being live, you kind of you want to say something, but you at the same time, you really can't. You can't do too much, especially me knowing that's not really my platform.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, bro. It was the last thing I expected, especially being on the day that me and the homie do the segment. It just happened to be on an episode that where we do the show. but it was the last thing I expected, bro. But it was a for sure like an adrenaline booster. You know, you felt like, damn, like this is really happening right now. But it was crazy, bro.
Because from what I hear on your music, I know you're about raza too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Obviously, you know, me personally, I don't know too many black people. I'm from Santana.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
But you in the music business, I'm pretty sure you've met a couple people.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And me, I don't got hate on nobody, you know, on no race. But obviously, at the end of the day, if we hear somebody say something, we have opinions. You know what I mean?
Of course.
What? Hearing that, what he said, how and then him calling, like, what would you have said, bro? Or
I think I would have I would have said nothing disrespectful in regards to like race or
like
nothing like that.
If he would have called you know what I mean, or he asked you what's up.
No, well, I mean, I would have told him straight up what he said was wrong, you know, and you know he should know, you know, especially he likes to talk about so much. I mean, I've never been to prison or nothing like that, but he likes to talk about prison politics so much. Like, you know, he should know better than to make certain comments to certain people, you know. Yeah. From what I know from family members is like, it's in there is like, even though if a certain race doesn't get along with another, you still gotta, it's respect, you know. You gotta just respect one another, and that's what it's about. And I think that's just kind of what I would have done, is kind of made him look like a fool, made him look like a dumbass, without having to disrespect him for who he is culturally, the same way he did to what's her name, Lupe,
the girl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that to me it's like, all right, the gang stuff, that's your guys' pedo.
Exactly.
Like me as a listener.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, like Home Depot stuff and blah blah.
Exactly. That's when it's out of pocket.
That's more like, okay, that's everybody now.
Exactly. Like, if you would have disrespected her for her gang, or you know, maybe he could have disrespected her in 1,000 other ways without having to involve the taco breath and the Home Depot shit. Like, that shit was just out of line, you know.
Yeah. It's just like I saw you there and I was like, oh shoot, I wonder, just being there, how would that, and getting that phone call and hearing them go at it, like, how would that feel? What were your thoughts? You know, it's pretty. Like I said, even me watching it, I was like, oh shoot, you know.
And at first I thought he was gonna be cool, because he even said, like, I'm just trying to talk, like I'm here to just talk, have a conversation. So that's why Gil was like, all right, cool, whatever, let's have this conversation. Then he started getting disrespectful and just put the click on him.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Let them handle it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But what are you trying to do with this podcast stuff, bro? Is it something you're starting to like?
Yeah, it's actually dope? It's fun, you know, because it's completely different from what I do already. You know, the music stuff. It's different in a way. It's a little bit similar, but I'm really enjoying it because I feel like I'm somebody who likes to talk about a lot of different things, bro. I like to talk about a lot of different things, whether it's like sports, music, conspiracies, whatever it is, bro. Yeah. I like having conversation and giving my opinion on things and hearing other people's opinions, because I feel like a lot of times we get stuck in our own head or our own ways. And it's like you believe certain things or you look at things a certain way only because that's how you grew up or that's how you were taught, you know. But when you start to hear other people's perspectives, you might not agree with it or you might think it's bullshit, but at least you get to hear someone else's opinion, you know. And then it kind of makes you think about it. But yeah, I like it, bro, and I want to get more into it. Definitely, I definitely want to grow with American Cholo and help him. You know, if any way I can help him grow his platform, because I mean we're all involved now, so might as well just.
Well, that's dope. Congratulations, you know, porque
thank you, bro.
That is dope. That's kind of like, it's a big platform and you're part of it, you know.
Yeah.
You're part of it and that's dope. That's a good it's a good job. You know what I mean? I don't know, job as in you know, you're it's a job. You know what I mean? It's a job, a fun job, and it's like getting hired by the president and saying, hey, come by, come work for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, pero see, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, it's a big jump for sure, because I've never been involved in any type of podcasting. Yeah. You know, other than like interviews. You know, I've gone to like Rhodium Radio or like being on Hood Stocks. I didn't get interviewed on Hood Stocks, but being on the show, I mean, I did get interviewed a little bit, but being on the show or, you know, different smaller platforms that I've been on, but it's different because that's solely more based on like on you, and it's kind of like a one-on-one, as opposed to when you're podcasting, you kind of just talking to in general. You're talking to everybody, and you're not just talking about yourself. You're talking about different topics. So, but it's definitely a big leap. It was a big leap because
that's a big platform.
Yeah, because it's a big platform, and I've never done it.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, fuck it, you know, like you gotta you
gotta do it. No?
Yeah,
you learn as you go.
Yeah, and it's like when you're under, you gotta technically freestyle. Sometimes you run out of shit to say, and you're like, okay, what am I gonna talk about now?
That's how it is. Yeah. And I'm trying to work my head, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, bro?
I'm 23. I turned 24 in August.
Yeah, you're young. Bro. I thought you were a little bit older. I knew you were young, but I thought you would be like maybe 28 or something. But you're young, bro. Props.
Thank you,
bro.
You're
doing your thing.
Yeah.
I know you were telling me también that your grandma passed away, bro. You know, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully everything's cool, you know. Hopefully
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it was a tough time, but you know, you go through grieving and you kind of. It's not easy now, but
it still takes forever, bro.
Yeah.
You grieve forever. I mean, you learn.
Yeah, honestly, that feeling lasts forever.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of learn to live with it, and you know, you understand things, and you just kind of take it for what it is.
Because I lost my dad, I mean, at a young age, so it's like even now, every once in a while, it's like you feel something, you know. I mean, as you go, it's true what they say. You do kind of forget about people in reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because life goes on, bro. And but you always carry that. You always carry them in your heart, bro.
No doubt.
And I wish you the best of luck on that.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
But yeah, tell me a little bit of. I know that you've probably answered this a couple times in different podcasts, but tell me a little bit like what got you into rapping and how long ago did you start rapping?
Shit, so I mean, I got into hip hop in general, like just music, when I was probably like 6 or 7. Bro. I heard the Get Rich or Die Trying album, 50 Cent. That was the first album that really like I had heard music before that, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I remember just listening to that album, bro. I fell in love with fucking hip hop and then like just rap music. I think it was just the whole image that 50 had. I mean, the obviously they put the movie out. Then there was like a PS2 game.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, the bullet. Well, not for Get Rich or Die Trying, but I think it was called Bulletproof. 50 Cent's game.
I don't remember that.
I think it was called Bulletproof or something like that. And you know, just being around my uncle too. My uncle was one of my mom's younger brothers. Me and him are like 8 years apart.
Oh, okay.
He was a big grapher. So, you know, hip hop, graffiti, that's hand in hand.
Probably like my age, because you're 23.
I think he's 31, 32.
Yeah, I'm 34, so it's probably from the same era.
That's what's up. And he was a big grapher, so like, you know, just kind of growing up around him and growing up around his friends, you know, just sitting in his room. And he was bumping like East Coast shit, you know, like boom bap shit, backpack rap. So I was kind of getting a flavor of everything. And then obviously with my pops and like his homies, they were more like funk or like West Coast music, you know, party shit. So I kind of grew up in the mix with everything. And then the first rap song I ever did, I was like 12 years old, bro, on my grandma's laptop. She had like this laptop, and I downloaded this program, and I just put a beat up, and I recorded through the laptop mic. I didn't even have a mic or nothing. Yeah. I just wrote some shit, recorded through it.
Played the beat and recorded your voice.
Yeah.
Recorded the beat and your voice.
Well, you could like download the beat and then put it into the program. Okay. Yeah, and then I just kind of like I played the beat, and then I was rapping as it was going, and then it just kind of saved my audio. Yeah, it was just some weird shit, but
yeah, well, that's
I did it like that. Yeah. So and then after that, I fucked around with like different shit here and there, but then I kind of just completely let it go. But I've always been a writer. Like I never stopped writing throughout that time. But it wasn't always music. Yeah. It was like poems or fucking fake stories and shit like that. And when I turned 18, that's when I really took it head on. I was at a holiday with my uncle, and we were at the job site, and he showed me a video, and he's like, "Hey, fool, this looks like your homie Eddie." And I'm looking at the video, I'm like, "Oh shit, that is my homie Eddie. Like I know that's my homie Eddie." And it was like a music video, and I tripped out because I mean I've always loved music, and I never knew that he was like into it or anything like that.
He's your age?
Yeah. Well, he's a year older than me.
Okay.
And our pops are from the same neighborhood, so I used to see him growing up all the time. But his parents were split, so his half lived in Moreno Valley, so I wouldn't see him that often all the time. And then I hadn't seen him in maybe like 4 years, bro. And then when I saw the video, I hit him up. I was like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "I want to try and like see what's up with the studio, you know?" He's like, "Hey, just guide it to my pad whenever you want, fool, and just watch how I record." And I literally went with the intention of like, I'm gonna just watch this, fool. Fuck, I'm pretty sure I ended up like writing some lyrics that day, and I recorded something, and just since then, bro, I haven't stopped.
who do you like who influenced your style, bro? Because everybody has an influence, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know this, but I like writing raps too. So that's why I say I know someone influenced. There's a couple rappers that I kind of influenced my style from to my own, but I picked up from them. So that's why I like asking that, like if you picked it up from somebody or picked up that, because there really is, like, you hear somebody from, like when you hear a rapper, you hear like maybe another rap. Not that you're biting but you pick up your style, you know, from someone you learn. You have to study the guys,
you study the game, and then
you study the guys.
You know, you become, it's like athletes.
Yeah,
you know, like a lot of people see Kobe and they think of Jordan because, I mean, I'm sure he studied him so much. He tried to emulate him, you know. I would definitely say a lot of my influence comes from Biggie, just because I think overall, all time, that's probably my favorite rapper. I think.
Yeah. I thought about that too.
I get. Yeah, everybody. I mean, I get that comment a lot.
Not that you
always
flow
talk
like
to me.
Biggie, but
the way you represent yourself, stand there, and the way you just let it out.
Yeah, people. Yeah, like in my comments and shit like that all the time, I get Mexican Biggie.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's just like, you know, obviously the look, I'm bigger, and then it's like the way I rap too is like I'm confident, you know, and it's just kind of smooth. I make it just seem like I don't try too hard, you know, like I'm not on my rap screaming and all this shit. Like I just let that shit, I just ride the beat, bro, and just flow with it. And I think that's what I got from him is like he's so smooth, bro, but at the same time, if you're listening to it, he's saying some bars, like he's saying some shit. You know, so I think I cater my style, my influence a lot to him for that same reason that I'm like, fuck, I try to like just kind of keep a smooth flow, like not doing too much, but at the same time I'm hitting you with some bars. Yeah.
And like I said, I've heard you, bro, and you don't hear a lot of rappers rap like that, especially in Santana, you know.
And my age too, you know, like my era, like. If you compare me to a lot of rappers my age, there's not a lot of 23-year-olds who are doing the same music that I'm doing.
And props to you, bro. Like I said, I recently one of my jams that I like, and not just because of anything, but it's that one you had with, you just, you know, I just blanked out, but it's a beat that you did with Wizzo and Delic.
City Player.
Yeah. But you know why? Because I hear everything, you know what I mean? I hear the beat, I hear the song. It's not just your verse, it's not just the beat, it's like that Santana stuff right there, you know? That's Santana right there, bro. Like I like Delic's beats a lot. Like I think,
Delic is dope.
I think he's dope, but he collabs with Wizzo.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard all his beats no more. You know, lately I'm like, you know what? I want to get back into writing stuff. And I said him, can you sample this? I just haven't. I know he's busy. I'm busy. But I told him, he sent me a sample. I'm like, can you do it like this? But I know his other beats back. Let's just go 6 years and back. Like I was like, man, these are some crazy. He's sampling crazy funk, you know.
Yeah.
So I heard all that, you know. So to me, it's like, oh damn, these are. To me, it's like saying, okay, Delic. Because on that one, I admit I hear more Delic sound.
Yeah.
And then is your flow, and then what I imagine is Wizzo engineered, you know, like they're the everything else. I don't know, but that's
he added some more like to the production too.
Yeah.
You know, Wizzo has a good ear to like when he hears the samples, he'll add certain shit or take shit out, and like, you know, so he did a lot of production too. But definitely the sample was Delic. Yeah, that was Delic's right there.
So that's why I'm like, this is a jam right here. This is Santana like collaboration.
Yeah, and that's literally like the route we wanted to take with it too. I was like, I want some funky shit, but not too funky, and then not sound too old school, but not sound too new. Like it just came out perfect, bro. It just came out perfect the way at least the way we wanted it to come out, you know. And I think a lot of people fucked with it. It's probably one of the bigger tracks now.
Oh, is
so,
it?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And now let me ask you this: like, do you consider yourself okay? Let me before this. Because I don't know this, but you as a rapper, like legitimate rapper, because I'm not a legitimate rapper. I just like to rap in the shower, you know. You know what I mean? Is it a 9 to 5? Is that your full time? Are you full time or you actually work?
Nah, yeah, I work with my pops.
Oh, okay,
you know, my pops does his thing in construction too.
Oh, okay.
So I help him.
Oh, okay.
And then
I like to ask that way, so other people could hear también. Like,
yeah,
you know, también pues you could sometimes you gotta not just go full time on rap. You might not make it. You know, and
exactly.
No,
it's I mean, it's definitely. It's like you could and you can't. You know, I feel like if you fully invest into it, you could definitely just. It's gonna be risky and it's gonna be some hardships, but you know the outcome might be better. You know, you never know. But
do you think you could take that risk?
I
mean, I know it's hard for anything you do full time is hard. You know.
Yeah, I think I definitely could. I feel like I got enough support to where like. And I'm young too. You know, I'm in the age where I can fuck up right now.
Yeah.
Because I can still kind of like get my shit going later on. So I think right now where I'm at, I could. But I feel like I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Just because I know like my pops has shit going on too with what he's trying to do with the construction. So like I don't want to lose focus on that either because, you know, God forbid one day, you know, send us by, you know, or, you know, I want to be able to fall back on something and just kind of continue that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, because this is a topic, you know, in the scene, you know. Do you consider yourself Chicano rapper?
Nah.
Do you have because me personally, like obviously, like I said, I'm not in that. But if you to ask me, I'll say yeah. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you heard my music, but I mix it up. But like yeah. I sound probably Chicano, but it's like I wouldn't care. I am Chicano rap, but at the same time, it's like yeah, I'm hip hop too. Yeah, I'm West Coast. Yeah, but is it like a taboo for you to be called a Chicano rapper?
Nah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you don't
like
mind
if
it?
somebody calls me that, I don't mind it.
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, I am Chicano.
Yeah,
and I'm a rapper.
Because I know a lot of people are kind of like it's taboo. You know?
Oh, some people are scared of it.
Yeah.
Some people are scared to be labeled that, and then some people, yeah, you know. No, a lot of people don't like it. Yeah. A lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people embrace it. A lot of people love it. I'm just kind of like, I wouldn't call myself that because I wouldn't box myself into anything, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like it's like in certain other things categories, like if you're a boxer, you wouldn't just categorize yourself a certain boxer.
Yeah.
You know, like I box, you know, I'm a boxer. I don't even call myself a rapper. To me, it's like I'm an artist. I make music, you know?
Yeah.
Because for the same reason that you said right now, like you say like I sometimes could be Chicano rapper, I could be a hip hop, I could just be West Coast. That's why like all in one is just an artist.
Yeah.
You know, you create music.
Yes, exactly.
So I just like I'm an artist, but if somebody like calls me that, it doesn't offend me. Like I don't care because
it's just a good question to ask because I do ask people.
No, it's a good question.
It is a topic.
No, it's a big topic.
Yeah,
it's a topic that never goes away. No matter what. You know, I've been doing this shit since 2018. My first interview was probably 2019, and from there to here, like no matter how many I've done, like that always comes up.
Cause I grew up, I listen to everything, bro, and I do like just like I don't like every hip hop artist, but I like hip hop, but I like Chicano rap. You know what I mean?
No,
I grew up on Chicano rap, Conejo, Little Rob, Little One, but not it. You know, it's just like to me, I just say like, okay, a lot of these guys. They're Chicano rappers, yeah. They say esse and this and that and funk beats, all these beats. But it's like at the same time, it's like I know how to say that. You know what? They're hip hop, bro.
Hell
you know what I mean? It's like the way they do it. It's not the sound. It's not how they talk. It's what they're putting together. It's like that's hip hop. You know
like Little One, Shadow.
Yeah. From
SD, definitely those fools to me. Like I could bump them easily because to me that's hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people label them Chicano rap for like. just some of the certain songs they have, or like, you know, I guess if you're Mexican and you gangbang on your track, you're automatically gonna be a Chicano rap. That's what they're gonna label you Chicano.
It's a stereotype.
Yeah. And to me, Conejo is fuck. I mean, if Conejo was black, he'd be one of the dopest rappers to ever come out of LA to me. You know, but he's Mexican, so he's just, to a lot of fools, he's just a Chicano rapper. Yeah. But Conejo's fucking dope. Yeah. Conejo's gangster rap. You know, it's like listening to Eazy-E or something like that.
At the same time.
Exactly. It's hip hop.
Chicano rap is hip hop. It's gangster rap.
Exactly.
It's all in one. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just because the way he sounds and he talks.
Yeah.
Somebody else will probably be like, nah. But it's like, that's our lingo though. You know what I mean? That's our lingo. That's our way of talking.
Yep.
It's just kind of a stereotype. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. You know?
Oh, definitely. And I mean, I feel like it dates back to when like that label first came around. I think our people embraced it too much that we just kind of all got boxed in. Yeah. And you know, if we would have just said, nah, it's hip hop, it's rap, you know, maybe things would have been different now. But I mean, it's cool to see now though, because Chicano rap really is like its own thing, and like it's a whole business, dog. Like you can really make money in that shit. I mean, look at fools like Capone, Criminal. Yeah. You know, they've really taken that shit to another level. Obviously, like it started to me, SD kind of ran the whole game for a minute. Yeah. But it's a big business, bro. One of my first shows ever was the Latin Lockdown tour. And it was with Little One, Shadow, Conejo, Gemini, the homie Lottie the G. Oh, nice. And it was in Oxnard, I believe. Somewhere out there. Ventura.
Little One does that stuff, huh?
Yeah, he put that together. And it's dope to see that, you know, like, there's a following for that type of music, that genre, pues, you know?
Yeah. Because I know your sound is different, bro. I know your sound is different. Pero let me ask you this. You said Biggie, you influenced your Biggie. Let's just say hip hop in general. Let's just break it down into categories. At the end, it is what it is. Hip hop wise, black rap wise, if that's what you want to call it, because hip hop is everything. But let's just say black raps. Who's your favorite? I mean, I know that you probably have a lot, but name two if you have to.
Two easily is Pac and Biggie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think Biggie, I've always just liked his style. Yeah. His style, his way of being, his music is super dope, but I like the way he carried himself, you know? And then, I mean, Pac was just, if you want to listen to gangster rap, you go to Pac. If you want to listen to some revolutionary shit, some street social justice shit, you go to Pac. You want to listen to some party shit, you can go to Pac. You know, Pac just had it all, catalog-wise. Pac just had everything.
Let me tell you like this. You know how you see Pac has some Chicano rap too, bro. I don't think nobody sees this. But if you hear the Thug Life album, that's like Chicano rap, bro.
Yeah. What's that one track on that album where they sample that song? Fucking.
Well, he has a lot of the jams on there. Well, there's one. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a funk beat. It's a funk beat.
And that reminds me of Chicano rap.
Yeah,
bro.
When you listen to that, you would think of like, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of black rappers did that too. You know, like there was a lot of Dre sampled a lot of like funk, like you know, or Zapp and Roger shit or whatever it was. You know, it's just, I think maybe, I don't know if we did it too late, that it was just kind of like, you know, people didn't care, or
they were just louder.
Yeah,
they're just loud. You know what I mean? It was just, that's what we're hearing. You know? We're still.
No, yeah, because a lot of like the early,
you know a lot
of like reality. The 90s, like hip, like rap, especially West Coast rap, a lot of it was sampled from like oldies or funk, you know, and it's just happened to be that they made it bigger than what it should, than what we could, I guess.
Now, Akaz, since you've been in the game, because obviously, I don't know, but how many black people have you worked with any black rappers?
Yeah, I've worked with probably like 3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
And then I mean, I've met a lot of other like black people, but working with black rappers about 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this. In let's just, like I said, separate it into categories, but just to say, in raza rappers, okay, let's not call it Chicano rap, but let's call it raza rappers. Who's somebody that, whether it's old school or new school? Because obviously right now you're working more with the new school people.
Yeah.
Let's just say new school. Who's somebody you think is on top, dope wise?
Like just rap skills.
Like you could say that's my favorite. That fool's my favorite.
I think I got like 3 or 4 right now. The homie Young Gritty, I think he's from Riverside. That fool's dope. The Scheme. What's his Westmont? I think Westmont Scheme. He's from LA. He's dope. The fools, the Coyote fools. I don't know if you heard of them.
I heard of them, but I never heard of their music.
They're dope.
Yeah,
I'll fuck with them. They're awesome. And the homie Versa.
Versa?
Yeah.
I personally never heard of him.
Yeah. Okay. Versa has music with the homie Lottie too.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll
but
check him out.
Those 4 cats to me, like, well, technically it's 5 because Coyote comes in a pair, but you know, like raza wise, I think right now in the game, those 4 to me are like probably up there and can give a lot of like lyrical hip hop fools for a run for their money.
Damn, I gotta check them out. Because I do listen a lot, but right now
there's probably more, and I'm just not thinking of them. But like recently, like those 4 I've been bumping, and it's like I can think of them off top.
In regards to working with somebody, who would you want to work with? That you haven't worked with.
That I haven't worked with.
Any.
I think
black or brown.
I think King Little G for
King
sure.
Little G?
Yeah, because that's kind of like it's gonna happen.
Have you met? Well, I think you met him, right? You've met him before.
I've met him when I was younger, before I even started making music.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the crazy thing.
Because I did see a picture of you with.
Yeah, I met him before I even knew I was gonna be making music, but I hadn't met him since, but I've been in talks, like communications with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he shows love all the time, bro.
Because I did see that podcast. Obviously, you know, it was a big thing when he finally did his first podcast.
Oh, yeah.
With Lucky, I think it was with Lucky, right?
Yeah.
And I remember he was saying, throw rappers out there. Throw rappers out there so I could work with them. Throw rappers out there. And I don't know who, but they said your name like 3 times, bro.
Yeah, and then someone called in too.
Yeah. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah, someone called in too.
I was like, oh, that's dope, bro. That's dope. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's crazy. Cause, I think that's what it was. Someone called in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone called in too, and then people were banging my line like, hey, fool, hop on the live. So I got on the live and I was trying to call in to talk to that fool, but I guess they were getting so many calls I just couldn't get through.
Yeah, I bet with him, bro. Because that was everybody was probably, oh, shoot, this was doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And then with Lucky, you know what I mean? With Who's Talks.
Yeah, and I think it was like after he made those comments too about Conejo and Little Rob, they're not being the kings of Chicano rap or some shit like that. Or he said he was the king of Chicano rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a big interview, so fools were tapping in big time. And then I seen him, you know, shout out to him, man. I seen him on I don't know if you heard of Haters World podcast.
Yeah, I've heard of Haters World.
He was on there and they asked him about any upcoming youngsters, and he's like, oh, the homie DoughBoy Tony from OC.
Threw your name in there?
Yeah, he's like DoughBoy Tony from OC. So it's gonna happen, dog. It's just a matter of time, you know. I'm patient with it, so
that'd be dope to see, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Hell yeah.
On that note, is there like a rapper that kind of you call a mentor or something?
Is there like someone that I call a mentor now?
Mentors you, mentors you kind of, you still ask for advice if you get stuck in the.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't think there's a certain rapper, but there's a lot of people in the game. Yeah. Well, one of the people that's managing me, my boy Frankie, he's also from Santana. I mean, I'm pretty much, him and Wizzle are like kind of managing me. I go to them a lot for everything. You know, Frankie used to work at over at Shady Records with M. He was an A&R at Interscope. So
and he's from Santana?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He was an A&R at Interscope, so he has a lot of experience in the industry. You know, so for the most part, I go to him. If not, I go to the homie Darren Vegas, the producer. I go to him for a lot of information. I mean, he was signed to death row and shit, so he knows a lot about getting fucked over in the game. So
I would hear a lot of people getting fucked over in this thing, especially when they're coming up.
yeah,
And or signing, and they're like, I can't recall some names. That MC Magic Girl or something. She was fighting for her name. She couldn't say the name unless she was from High Power or something like that. I don't remember.
yeah,
So they did have her say, why have to fight her name?
yeah,
So I'm like, I know a lot of people get taken over like this. They take advantage of it,
yeah.
especially when they're coming up. You know.
No, yeah, there's a lot of people like that, bro. It's crazy because, you run into different experiences, or you meet, like I've already gone through situations like that where you meet certain people, and you think you're doing good business, and it's just kind of like a fluke, yeah. And it sucks, but
that's just business in general, bro.
I think all business,
you're gonna meet a lot of shady people. Shout out to all the shady people that I met.
Yeah, it's just the entertainment business, whether it's music, anything with entertainment. People are greedy, fools want to take advantage.
Money. For $1 or people.
Yeah.
For $1, bro.
People would do some grimy shit.
Yeah.
People would do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's fucking people over or just doing weird shit, in general, the industry's crazy.
Well, shout out to Israel for that question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Yeah, Israel. He's still mad because I don't let him drink in the podcast. He's been in my podcast before. He's my homie, bro. You know what I mean?
And then he was still nervous, and I get here, and he's like, "What to bring on the table?"
Well, because you know what?
I saw a video, and I see everybody smoking and drinking. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. You drink, I was nervous as fuck too.
It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? One of the last podcasts I had, they spilled everything, bro. It's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why in the beginning I was a little nervous, but now it's like whatever. If it happens, it happens. It happens, it happens. I ain't tripping that much no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, a lot of shady people. I'm pretty sure everywhere.
But,
bro. We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, everybody. You just gotta be careful.
It's a learning process too.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know when the people you're working with, like, if they're good or not. Like, they'll be honest with you. They'll be honest with you. They'll tell you straight up, like, hey, like, we can do this. We can work together. We can make this deal. Just, they're gonna tell you how other people move. Like the homie Frankie, for instance. I hadn't signed nothing with nobody at all. I was just.
Are you signed? Or you're completely independent?
I'm independent. Well, the thing with them is it's like a distribution deal, and then like a PR deal. So he's kind of like,
what is that, a PR?
Like public relations. Oh. So he kind of like helps me with my marketing. He helps me with like promotion stuff. He helps me like trying to get in contact with certain people. He makes plays, pues, he'll be like, hey, we're gonna get a collab, a feature from this fool, whatever the fuck, we're gonna make it happen. But he was the one that told me, like, hey, bro, take the contract, take it to a lawyer if you want, like, have them go through it. If you don't like something, let us know, we'll work on it. People like that is just, when a motherfucker's like throwing a contract in your face and they're like, here's $100,000, like,
have you been offered some money?
Not that big, but I've been offered money. Yeah, but not that big.
Not worth it?
Nah, hell no, it's not worth it.
Whatever they offered wasn't worth it.
I mean, even $100K to me is not worth it to certain labels because, there's a lot that goes behind it. Like, they're not just going to give you $100K for free. Like, a lot of the times you got to pay that money back. Like, from what I've heard, is like full sign, and then they go to the studio, and they're in the studio for 8 hours. And then, like, next thing you know, like, in 2 weeks, they get a bill. Like, hey, you were in the studio 8 hours, so here's your bill for that.
Pay for that money?
Shit, yeah. The label's really only paying to try and they're going to give you a budget, and they're going to pay to, like, try and get you on radio or shit like that. But everything that whatever you took up front, that's not your money. You got to pay that shit back. There's a lot of things you'll learn, and it's just, just kind of do your homework. As I mentioned, I was a big hip-hop head already before, so I would see interviews all the time. Like different hip-hop artists, underground artists, and like they would talk about how they got fucked over. So I kind of already entered the game with that mentality, and then, just kind of meeting some solid fools in the industry, fools that been in there, got done dirty, like you just soak up more game, and it's all about passing it on, really. Just kind of telling the next person how it is.
Yeah, it's a learning game. It's a learning. You never stop learning.
Straight up.
Just like you don't stop learning how to write, right?
Yeah.
What are you you got any? You just dropped an EP, 7 tracks, right?
Yeah, 6.
6 tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it? No, 5. My bad.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, for those who don't know, like me,
3,
what is an EP?
5. An EP is anything that's a body of work that you put together. It could be even 2 tracks, but usually standard, like industry standard, is like 4 to 6 tracks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anything more than usually 8 or more is you can make a whole album. But an EP is like a body of work where like you kind of like you don't want to make it as big as an album because you might not feel like every song on there is album worthy, but you want to put it in a body of work where you like the way they sound collectively. You know, to me, if I put an album out, like I don't want everything to sound the same. Yeah. You know, but since it's only 5 songs, I'm okay with it being similar sound. So that's what an EP is, really. If you want to just put a couple songs out that kind of like are in the same genre,
like
or they relate to each other. You know, if it's like a story or whatever it is, you just put in an EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and for those who don't know, I stopped.
Yeah, put that EP out. Money Seeking.
What do you are you working on anything right now? Or
yeah. So I'm ready to drop a single. Probably like.
Okay, before I forget, I did because I thought about this. I just don't want to. I know you do that Taking Back Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
Like I wanted to ask you this: esas son cosas you just writing randomly, or you already had them, or you pre-planned that verse for that, or
every week is different, bro. So sometimes I'll have like if I'm in my whip and I hear like a beat. That like, or like if I'm bumping Pac, let's say I'm bumping Pac and I hear a beat and I'm like, oh shit, like the verse I did on this song would sound hard on this beat.
Oh, okay.
And I'll do it, and if I like it, I'll put it out.
Oh, okay.
If not, if I'm listening to a song and I like the beat, whether it's like Biggie, anything that's old school, if I don't have anything for it, I'll write something, whether it's on the spot or a couple days before, you know. But I'm gonna be honest, I try to sometimes reuse verses from other songs or from features because then you can promote that song. Yeah, okay. So like let's say City Playa. For City Playa, I did one of the verses on I think it was on Big Papa, a Biggie beat.
Oh, okay.
But in the caption I said like this verse, if you like this verse, like go listen to it on the City Playa song.
Oh, okay.
So it takes people to the song.
Oh, okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So I like to do that, but I also like writing new shit because when you listen to an old school beat, like it's just hard, and you write some new shit, like you just get off on it, you know? Yeah. So
because that's what it is. The old school beats are like. We wish we could be on that jam. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's kind of like where the whole thing came from, because you listen to old school rappers. And you listen to so many different styles, bro, so many different beats. And shout out again, the homie Frankie. He's the one that he was like, hey, fool, you got to put content out, dog. Like your Instagram's kind of like, you're not posting that much. He's like, why don't you do a series where you post every week? And we were just thinking about it. And he was the one that was like, Tuesdays, Take It Back Tuesdays. He's like, do like a.
That's good.
Yeah, because I had already been posting some videos here and there where I rap on old school beats. He's like, every Tuesday, fool, do a Take It Back Tuesday, dog. And sure enough, fool, I started doing that shit. Like, not missing a week, fucking my numbers started going up crazy. And it's just because people were... now, people that fucking followed me for one video, every Tuesday, they're going to want to tune in. Like, oh, shit, this fool's going to post something this Tuesday.
Yeah, I check it out too, bro. I check it out too. Yeah, so you get down, bro. Like I said, you get down. And, like... because you mix it up también, like modern style. Like you rap, I notice sometimes you kick in some modern style words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that old school rap.
Yeah.
And that's what catches my ear, because it's like, well, like when I try to rap, it's like I still have that old school type style. You know, no matter what. It's like I want to start learning how to write modern, but it's just hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's hard to write modern.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I think
modern rap.
For me, it kind of comes natural because I'm young. So it's like I still was in the environments where certain lingo became a thing. You know, like I grew up in an era where like fools were already saying this shit or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
That it's able for me to incorporate it into my vocabulary. Where it's like, it's cool. Like I can just do it. But I do it for that same reason where it's like I don't want to cater too much to just an older audience and just kind of leave the younger audience like in the dark, because there's a lot of fools that believe it or not, a lot of youngsters don't like I mean, I'm a youngster, but like younger than me, they don't like nothing that has to do with the 90s rap. They're like that, like, oh, what's that lyrical, miracle, spiritual shit? Like they don't like it at all, fool. Like they're just, it's out for them. They're just like, fuck that. So yeah, you know, they like all that other shit, you know. And no, go ahead.
You fuck with Triple C and CLS?
Would I fuck with them?
No, did you ever hear them when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That to me, they're Triple C. Not that I don't.
Them no more. That's why I'm like, man, I still bump them.
They're hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
DJ Dominator, the Rebel.
Yeah,
they're hip hop, bro.
Around, but not as a Triple C member, but he's like the Dominator's still doing the stuff.
That fool's a genius, bro.
Yeah, but,
Real underrated
Dominator's
genius.
dope.
See or no?
Yeah.
Their music, like nobody even talks about them. I'm like, man, I used to love that CD.
He even sings now.
Yeah.
I had another one, like, bro. I don't know why a lot of people talk about him.
Well, this was I got into Chicano rap because of him. To be honest,
Okay.
I bump Chicano rap a lot.
No, yeah, they were dope. I know Curious Entertainment just had them, I think, recently. Or
Yeah,
it's
right
kinda
at the 714. Yeah,
they had them recently.
like 2 weeks I think ago.
Yeah.
Maybe
And,
3, but yeah.
but yeah, I mean, they're.
I forgot about him. That's why I was really bring it up today. I was bumping him earlier, and I'm like, man, nobody talks about this game anymore. Everybody still with it. Like Frank B and all them, like that was like that's why I think kind of started it. SD, like you said, SD.
Yeah.
Frank B and all, but Frank B, I think he's the one that brought everybody kind of.
Yeah.
We gotta give you a mic, Israel. Next time you're gonna be co-host from now.
Co-host.
You're gonna be co-host from now.
I got like a million questions because we're only talking about rap, but he also does construction. What do you do for construction?
So my pops, he has I want to say like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, bro, he got also licensed a contractor. So he does pretty much everything. But see, his story, you know, to steer away from me a little bit, his story is pretty crazy, man.
Well, let me cut you out real quick because
Okay.
people that when they mention you, they also mention your dad. The people that.
Now
And
anybody that knows me on a personal level knows how much influence my pops has on me, and then the people that have been around me and my family, everybody loves my pops. You know, a lot of people love my dad. He's.
Well, that's good, bro.
Yeah, he's my dad, so I mean, I could brag about him, but he's fucking cool, man. You know, all my homies fucking love him. But yeah, I mean, his story's crazy, bro. You know, I mean, he's an immigrant. He came here at 10 years old, fucking poverty, ended up becoming a drug addict, got into gangs, and then really didn't stop fucking around until he had me. He was at 18 when he had me. Pretty much tried to switch his whole life around, and then got fired from his last job for being an immigrant after being there for like so long. It was a restoration company as well. And then he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just try and do my own thing. He did his own thing. He didn't have a license for a long time. He was, you know, just kind of winging it, whatever the fuck. And then finally he got also license, bro. And, you know, it's kind of just, it's been going uphill from there. That's why, to me too. And, you know, he just recently got a letter too. He got for his cita to go to, he can go to, they're going to give him a cita now to go to Juarez. And then from there, he's going to wait for like approval for papers or whatever.
That's where your family's from, Juarez?
No, but no, he's from Morelos.
Oh, okay.
And then my jefa's family's from Jalisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I guess when you're like in the immigration process, they send you to Juarez for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's like
I don't know
a thing there for them, but he's going to have a cita soon to go. And then, you know, from there, they're going to give him the final decision whether he can come back or he stays in Mexico. So, you know, it's little things like that to me too. Is like, I don't want to just focus on what I'm doing when there's bigger shit going on.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to be able to stay focused on other shit también. Yeah.
Well, best of luck on that, bro.
Hopefully everything works out well, bro.
Yeah, it's always better to think positive.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And wish for the best, you know. Yeah, from there, whatever happens, let's just keep moving.
Yeah,
next step. Let's take the next step and move from there.
Hell yeah.
And I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, everything will work well. You know?
Yeah, bro. Thank you.
Back to his question, bro. You said you were working on an album, or you were working on new shit.
All right, bro. That was like 10 questions ago.
You interrupted him. I didn't get to hear it.
Oh yeah. I think I did, huh? I did interrupt you.
If there was anything new,
What are you working on right now?
It might be the head spokesman, but I gotta get mad because he interrupts you and then you guys go off topic. And I'm like, so what happened with that?
well, it's in reality, it's just to it's freestyling, like you said. You
Yeah.
know? And
Next time, write it
you
down.
gotta you gotta keep the momentum.
Hey, bro, I might interrupt. Hey, fuck, you were gonna ask him, but I didn't get my answer.
It's freestyling. Well, you have 20 minutes to think of a question. I gotta keep going.
I got here and I was like, I'm gonna ask him this. I could ask
That's
him,
right.
I'm gonna interrupt you.
that's right.
Whoa.
I'm about to move you from the season.
Whoa. He'll give you an autograph right now, bro. Nah, pero yeah, go ahead. Back to what we were back at.
Yeah,
what are you working on right now?
I just dropped the EP. So in reality, I'm working on still pushing that, cause I kind of dropped it in like a weird time frame, bro. I dropped it on Cinco de Mayo, and
That's
then
when it came out?
Yeah, but like a week or two before that is when my grandma passed.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, I already kind of had a set date, and then once you turn it into distribution, yes, todo, it's gonna drop. So even when it dropped, like I kind of wasn't in the mood to kind of want to push it or anything. I still promoted it or whatever, did what I had to, but in reality, right now, I'm still trying to get that more out, trying to push it more.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping either mid this month or late of this month, I'm gonna drop a single with the homie JR and the homie Westmont Scheme, the fool that I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
It's for sure like a OC type of track. Like it's funky. It's some like backyard boogie shit. It's cool. It's cool. Just laid back party shit. You know, nothing too serious. It's the summertime, so you gotta start hitting them with the fucking those type of tracks. You know,
The weed, the sunshine type raps, right?
yeah.
Well, I see I saw it, but I haven't seen.
I know it's gloomy still, huh?
Gloomy,
Fuck.
bro.
Me too, low key. Yeah, me too.
I don't.
I work in the sun, so it's perfect.
I want the sun to come up. I want to take off my shirt, bro. Nah, okay, let me ask you this. Who from Santana, like you think is dope?
Easily Lottie, the homie Lottie, the G. Lottie.
Who else can you name out there? Like not in regards to not being dope, but who are other rappers from Santana, bro? That you know of?
That I know of. I mean, there's the homie Lottie. I know there's this fool Champagne Manziel. BDA Guapo. This Mux, which are fools that I've never really like met, but I guess I have. But I'm in contact with them through Instagram. Who? G-Rod. G-Rod. Don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he came out in the podcast. G-Rod.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's a weird, different kind of style. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his music.
I know there's a lot of fools.
Yeah,
I honestly, yeah, and the only fools that I could like really name is either we've talked like on Instagram and we tapped in with each other, or like I know him personally. But other than that, I don't really know. But I know there's a lot of cats.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Out of everybody, I think you're the one putting it down.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, dog.
Told you he's a groupie, bro.
I'm his groupie for work.
Nah, I just play. No, but it's true though. But it's true though. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
You're putting it down. You know what I mean? In reality, you are, and respects to that, respetos to that. You're doing your thing, and you're putting Santana on the map, Orange County on the map. You know, which is good for everybody. You know, in my thought, you know.
No, and it is good for everybody because
we need that.
Yeah, exactly. OC has never really got that. I mean, Santana, but OC in general has never really got like that limelight when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
Like the homie Darren, he was part of this group called California, and it was him, and there was another Mexican fool, and then the rest of them were black, but they were all from Orange County.
Oh, shoot.
But when they were ready to sign a deal, the record company was trying to tell them, okay, we're gonna sign the deal, but you guys gotta claim Compton. You guys gotta say you're from Compton, because at the time that shit was popping, like Compton in the 90s. They were like, what the fuck that, you know, like we're not, even our music says where we're from. So, you know, we don't really have that person from here who's really taking it to that next level. And you know, the more eyes we can get on like the county in general, I mean, it's better for us, you know. And so,
and eventually you could open the doors up for somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe not now, but in the future también, you know.
Future, exactly.
You know, somebody's gonna say, I picked up my style from DoughBoy, you know.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. It's just kind of, you know, be able to put a stamp in hip hop. And I'm not even trying to be like the next Drake. Like, I don't even gotta be that big, dog. I just wanna be able to do what I love for a living.
Respected.
Yeah, respected, and do what I love for a living, which is this hip hop shit. And at the same time, fools can't say I never put it down whatever track I was on, you know, shit like that.
No, and that's all. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, hell yeah, and that's why I always represent too, cause I mean, it's weird. I still get fools on my Instagram like they'll be like, oh yeah, LA, like puro LA, and I'm like no disrespect, dog, but I'm not even from LA. Like if you really look at my page, dog, you'll know where I'm from, you know. But
do you got haters? Trip out.
Do I got haters? Oh hell yeah. Yep. Yeah. Warren G is a big advocate for Orange County in general. I know he's got a pad up in, I want to say Laguna. Yeah. Him and that basketball player for fucking Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah, I've seen Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman's a big Orange County advocate. He loves being out here.
Well, let me ask you this. I know you're a sport guy. And I know that you went to the Ronnie Rios, the Alexis Rocha fight.
The Rocha fight, yeah.
You're. Do you guys talk a lot about boxing in the
podcast? We do. We bring it up, and then we get all the hate, all the professional analysts in the comments. You know how they be. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself I'm not a huge boxing fan, bro. Like where I can sit there and be like, name all these fighters and this and that. I'm more of like, I follow the fighters that I really like.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I like Canelo, and then obviously I fuck with Rocha because he's from here, you know. And then
you know him personally?
Yeah.
You met him?
Yeah.
Cool.
His uncle and my pops are also from the same neighborhood, you know. So it's just it all ties down and shit. So that's kind of how we got introduced to him. That's how we went to his. I went to one of his, I don't want to say first fights, but one of his earlier fights, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it actually happened to be at the same place where it was this past time, where now he's fucking main event and shit.
Yeah, so shout out to him. That was a dope fight. I went to one of his fights. And this one, we were thinking about going, but I saw that you went, you know? I saw you posted up. And props to him, man. You know, props to him. I think he's getting down. You know, he's getting down.
He's putting it down, bro. He's doing his thing. And
did you go to the YouTube theater one?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to that one? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I went to that one.
Yeah. So the homie Frankie that I was just talking about, that managing me, he used to manage Rocha too, in terms of like marketing and like social media appearance and stuff like that. He used to help him with all that. Okay. Yeah.
Well, so it's like him and you is the same in different maybe aspects, but it's like you guys are putting us on the map, you know?
Yeah.
Because Ronnie Rios came here. I did a podcast with Ronnie Rios.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I did a podcast.
His brother, right?
Yeah, brother. Cool people. They're cool people.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
I do construction too, so now I do work for his mom every once in a while.
Oh, that's what's up. You know? Hell yeah.
But yeah, they're cool people, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's good to see people like that, you know, like Rocha. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Frankie Amaya.
No. Boxer?
Well, no, he's a soccer player.
Oh, no.
So It don't look like it now, dog. But I used to play soccer back then. And I used to play with him, fool. And that fool was the #1 draft pick in the MLS.
Oh, damn.
In 20, I don't want to get the date wrong, fool, but 2020 maybe 2021. He was the #1 draft pick in the MLS when he's from Santana. He graduated from Segerstrom High School.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people coming up right now, right here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people coming up, and hopefully we could all support each other, because that way one day we could become a Compton, you know, or an LA.
Exactly.
And
that's the goal.
People are gonna tell
keep
people,
it in the hood.
Hey, say you're from Santana, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, I think a lot of us Santaneros usually like. That's the answer we give. Like instead of saying like, "Oh, we're from Orange County," it's like, "Oh, I'm from Santana." Yeah. Well, it depends on who asks you.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like when I go out to different areas that are nowhere near here, like I always say like Orange County, and then I say Santana. Yeah. But you know, if I just say Santana, they might be like, you know, but people know Orange County. Obviously, it's a whole county.
I tell people when they don't know, by Disneyland.
Yeah, by Disneyland.
What about Disneyland? North Disneyland?
Right between LA and San Diego, man. Yeah.
But that's cool, bro. And any shows you're planning to do lately? Cause
I got one on I want to say June 13th. I might have the date wrong, but I'll let you know. I'll shoot you guys some tickets.
Yeah, shoot me the info. You know.
No, I got you. I got you. I'll show you some tickets. It's the Dog Pound, Dub C, Desi Hollow, Little Easy E. I think I'm missing one, but myself as a special guest at the Garden Amphitheater.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
How's that, bro? How's that feeling of performing?
Oh, bro, it's badass.
Do you get nervous or
nah?
Because you've already done it a couple more times than normal, you know.
Even my first time, bro. Like I feel like I didn't get nervous. It was my first performance ever was at a pool bar in Santana, right in downtown Santana.
Yeah, I know where it's at, right there.
Yeah, I was 9.
No.
No, it's on Broadway.
Sorry,
yeah.
I was confusing my loans.
I was 19 years old, bro. They were like, you gotta get in here, perform, and you gotta leave. Like it's a bar, you know. You can't be in here. But even then, like I didn't really feel nervous. I'll take one more.
Can you get this one, ya de una vez? Are you done with that one?
I'll finish it.
Ask him about his first performance, bro. This guy could have done something, but se duerme.
Here you go, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you bless us like that, cool. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
But that I would have loved to see you. I would love to see you.
But yeah, even
downtown too. Your first one, they told you to get the mic.
Once.
I think Matt told you to get the mic,
no? No.
Was it Matt? Was you and Menace, no?
No, Menace never performed. Yeah, I was just me by myself.
I remember.
But yeah, no. I didn't take it serious. I didn't take it serious. You know what I mean? I don't take it serious. I just do it for fun, bro.
You should have.
But let us know, bro. Let us know. Even just send me a flyer, you know, through IG and stuff like that. And
yeah, I'll text it to you.
And anytime, bro. You know, I'm always willing down to support if I can. You know what I mean? If I can make it, I will, or any shape, form, or matter, however, I'm down to support. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, bro.
Even if it's just reposting it, the minimum, but always down to support. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. But yeah, bro, the feeling's cool. You know, like performance wise, I feel like I try not to get nervous, but I really don't get nervous because it's like fool, if you want to do this, like you can't. No te puedes fresar, güey. Sí. You know, do it.
Can't freeze.
You gotta just do that shit.
Yeah.
And
that's all. Yeah, everything.
Yeah. So the only time that I was like, "Fuck," was the block party when Kirsten and
right there in downtown,
Bobby
right?
D's, they brought fucking Ice Cube.
Oh shoot!
On that block party.
Did you meet him?
I didn't get to meet him. No. Nah, his shit was like guarded off.
Oh, okay.
I met Bone Thugs and I met Sugar. That was the first time I met Sugar Free. But that one I was kind of like a little nervous because it was a huge event, bro. They had closed down Flower and everything. And fuck, I was on the main stage. And even though I was one of the first ones, that shit was already like there was a lot of people already. So I had felt the jitters, but I was like, fuck it. Just get it.
It was by the stadium, no?
Yeah, in between the stadium and the courthouse.
I remember driving by there. I was like, what's going on right here? And then I realized, oh, it's the block party.
Oh, hell yeah. That shit was cracking. That shit was
I bet,
packed.
What's the biggest? That's the biggest event you've done?
I think so, bro.
Have you performed at the observatory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I performed at the observatory. Right? Yeah.
That's pretty big right there too.
I would say that's the biggest event I've done, but that probably wasn't I don't know if that was.
Have you like headline?
Yeah.
Have you?
But not like major shows.
Oh, okay.
I actually I'm headlining a show July 1st at it's called FTG Warehouse. It's right there by I don't know if you know where Tropicana, the dispensary is.
Oh, on Grand?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right across from it, there's like a Subway and a gas station.
Yeah.
And that building area behind it, there's like a warehouse.
Oh, okay.
It's called FTG. They do like shows in there.
Well, hit us up for that.
Okay.
For
sure.
I want to support like I know that'd be cool, obviously.
Yeah.
But
that one too.
Stuff like that, where's you?
Yeah.
Está mejor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Está mejor, because obviously we're getting bigger. We're gonna see the. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Support you. You know what I mean? Support you. We're in your thing. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
That's what I mean.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah, that should be July 1st, I think.
And I'd appreciate it. You know, it'd be dope. I'd be thankful, grateful.
No doubt, bro. Yes, always.
Mínimo pa ese. You know what I mean? Like I said, for sure. Let me know on that one. For sure.
For
ya
sure.
acá, pues, we'll take it as a blessing. I'll take this one.
Hell yeah.
Co-host of the day. Shout out to Israel. Where can they follow you, bro? I was gonna say something else, bro, but I'll just leave it.
I'm about to take over Sideways Entertainment just to let you guys know.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. I'll be behind the scenes. No hay pedo. No hay pedo.
Executive producer.
Just I don't want to keep talking smack. I don't want to talk smack. Well, yeah, I don't get nervous, but I'm freestyling. You know what I mean?
Freestyling.
When you're freestyling, you gotta. Sometimes you mess up, but you just gotta pick up. No, pues ira. Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming by.
No, of course, bro.
Like I appreciate you coming by. I do tell everybody, if there's a message you want to send out to somebody maybe a fan or somebody that doesn't know about you, or just in general, like any type of message, positive message, que quieras decir, you know, on your behalf, for anyone that can probably listen, even if it's just one person that takes the advice or the message. But go ahead, bro, if you're down for that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now, well, shit, probably my biggest message will be to anybody who comes from the communities that we come from, be like, just get that fear out of your head to do new shit and like step out of your comfort zone, because that's how I was really even before I started doing the whole music stuff. Like I felt, you know, everybody, your parents or whatever, they tell you like go to school, vete a trabajar, whatever it is, you know, and you feel like you gotta live a certain life. But if you're young, whether no matter how old you are, but if you got something you're passionate about, just go ahead and do it, because that fear is a fucking disease and it'll eat you alive. And the more you can just steer away from it and not give it no attention and just take shit head on, not everything's gonna be perfect, you know. You're gonna take some hits, you can fall, you're gonna take some losses, but it all is just part of the journey. It's part of the plan, and just keep going, you know. Especially if, you know, you're really intrigued by something and you're passionate by it, just do it. Scared money don't make money, so just get to it.
That's right. You heard him.
Hell yeah.
Before you guys close it down, I think you should put a beat and both of you bust a flow.
Any shout outs, bro?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I think that would be the best way to get out of it. So you gotta say, hey, tune in to the very end where me and homeboy freestyle. They're gonna watch the whole video.
I gotta get a setup. You know what I mean?
There, you know, just
Hey, you kick it off. You kick it off, bro. You kick it off. If you kick it off, I'll do it. I'm not shy. Maybe another time, man. Maybe.
Yes, man. Next time I'm back here.
Any shout outs, bro?
Well, shit, shout out all the fam, you know, and the homies that show nothing but love and support. Shout out all the solid ass homies that I've met in this industry. For instance, the homie Lottie, I know he's been up here. Shout out to him. Shout out my boy Frankie.
One of the first guys that I brought in here, you know.
Hell yeah.
and didn't hesitate to come by. So shout out to Lottie. Showed a lot of love too.
Hell yeah. Shout out to homie Frankie, Wizzo, Delic. Shout out my boy Eddie. Shout out Darren. All the team that I'm working with. Shout out to the homie Notorious, American Cholo, putting us on that platform. Shit. Shout out to you, my boy. Shit, for having me out here, dog. You know. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the homie Israel behind the camera, coming through with some questions. Shit.
We gotta work on something different. You know.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah. You know. Eventually, yeah. And plan. You know. Eventually, yeah. Yeah. You cántate una canción. So you know, for certain people that do that, but I gotta get it set up for that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a whole different. It's a whole different process. But eventually, you know, I'll get a setup for that too, where we can maybe get another camera guy or something to help out.
Hell yeah.
Eventually. But for now, you know what? It is what it is. And go check out his music. Where can they follow you? Check out your music at, bro.
I mean, you can check out the music on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Shazam, whatever it is that you like to listen to music on. DoughBoy Tony, Instagram, DoughBoy.Tony. Tap in, show some love.
Show him some love. Dope rapper in general. Doesn't matter where he's from, but he's from Santana, which, you know what? He's putting it down for Santana. Orange County, Disneyland. Because I gotta say, you know, for those who don't know where Orange County's at, it's by Disney. It's in Disneyland, but don't take Disneyland's expensive. So we ballers down here. So yeah, check them out on IG. In regards to following you, just IG, no Facebook, nothing like that.
No, it's just Instagram.
Just Instagram. Yeah. Go check him out. Go support his music. Dope rapper. Twitter, one of the hardest rappers. Twitter, TikTok, one of the best rappers that we got right now. So check him out, and he still got places to go. You know what I mean? So go check him out. Go support. Go show him some love. Go follow Israel too. You know, go wash your car.
Wash your car while he's rapping.
You know, there you go. Hell yeah.
He's mobile MVP, but you have to go to him. But yeah. But yeah. Stay tuned for more episodes. Go check out his music. Again, go show some support. Go show some love. And those of you who already know who he is, keep showing him support, man. You know, because you know he gets down. It's your boy Dwell, a.k.a. Mr. J in La Casa. Once again, thank you for coming by, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
No doubt.
And I hope eventually, otra vez, con el tiempo, we can do something. And maybe by then, I'll have a mic set up, you know.
Hell yeah.
And even just clown around, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. Having a good time rapping, right?
No doubt.
So thank you once again, bro, and I appreciate it.
Yes, bro. Thank you.
Peace.